Welcome to Sunny Reviews. I am reviewing onion rings at Rocky's Cheesesteaks here in Florida. And they have got some excellent onion rings. It comes as a combo with your cheesesteak. Look at these onion rings. They are so, look at that. I mean, this is fantastic onion rings, guys. I mean, boss, listen to this. They're so good. Anyway, while I'm doing this onion ring review, I just read this article about a ticket law that a bill has been proposed and passed in the Senate in the state of Maryland. And this is burning me up. I want to explain this story to you so you guys get a sense of what's actually happening here in Maryland. One of the reasons I'm eating these onion rings right now is to calm me down. This is my happy place. I found my little happy place in these onion rings, and it's keeping me calm instead of yelling and cursing and screaming at what I'm reading about, which is burning me up inside. It's so good. All right, here's the deal. Here's the backstory. Taylor Swift sold out her shows, record time. Thousands and thousands of people went to these shows. Thousands of people wanted to go to these shows. They couldn't because it was sold out. There's just too much demand for Taylor Swift. There's not enough tickets. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's upset because they couldn't get to go to see Taylor Swift. Okay, that's the deal. So, enough people complained that has caused a earthquake in the ticket business, in the legislation. They're trying to make laws now so that people don't get sold out or get ripped off, as they say. So they're trying to make all kinds of laws now to prevent the Taylor Swift debacle from ever happening again. And my contention is they're wasting their time. Okay, the bottom line is simple. The bottom line, do you need more light here? No, all right. Anyway, the bottom line is that, look, there's just always going to be more people that want to go see the superstars than there are enough seats. Okay, there's always going to be a divergence between supply and demand. There's always going to be more people, more demand than there is supply, seats. Okay, that's just the facts. Okay, you can't legislate that away. You're not going to change it. Nothing that you do in the law is going to ever change that. Unless you make a law that says Taylor Swift must play until the demand is met. Okay, that's never going to happen. All right, so here's the law. Today, Bill 539 passed the Maryland legislature, moving the anti-scalping measure closer to becoming law. If passed, the law would make it illegal for resale companies to engage in speculative ticket sales. Okay, that's just part of this little nugget here. What are speculative tickets anyway? That's where a reseller lists tickets for a show down the road that they don't actually have the physical tickets yet in their possession, but they know that through whatever connections that they have, whatever sources that they have, they just know that they're going to get that ticket. Okay, we don't want to know how they get that ticket. I don't really know, but all I know is this: if I want to take my family to go see a Broadway show in December and the tickets aren't on sale yet, I want to make my travel plans now, I could buy those tickets through one of these sites ahead of time. I'll pay more for that, but I'll have the peace of mind knowing that, boom, I got the tickets to the Lion King or Hamilton or whatever it is that I want to see in December. They're not on sale for months from now, but I want to make my travel plans now. I know when the kids are off from school. I know when I need to go. I want to make sure that those tickets are mine. You know, I have to wait to buy my flight to get the tickets. No, I want to deal with the hotel, the travel arrangements right now. So I'm going to get the tickets now. And if I have to wait to buy them until they go on sale to the general public, I might have to pay even more for those airline tickets, more for the hotel. I might not even be able to go. Okay, but I want to take care of it now, months and months ahead of time. Okay, that's my right. That's my choice. As a consumer, I want to have that choice. They're trying to take that choice away from me and you. Tickets are a luxury item. This is not a life-threatening issue that the government needs to regulate. This is something that I choose to buy. I choose to spend my extra money on a ticket to take my family to see a show or a concert or a sporting event. That is not something the government needs to put their nose in, okay? Let me tell you why. Okay, because what they're proposing is very simple. What happens here is that Ticketmaster is using this negative blowback that they got from Taylor Swift to try to change the laws to their favor. Not your favor, to Ticketmaster's favor. How is that? Well, as you know, Ticketmaster is basically a monopoly. They own like 80% of the ticket market. Okay, yes, there are some other companies out there, some other players out there, but for the most part, Ticketmaster is the main act in the entire country when it comes to tickets. They get a lot of heat. They get a lot of blowback when a show sells out. People are upset because, oh, Ticketmaster sold out. And yet I still see tickets on their site. Resale seats are still on Ticketmaster's site. So everybody is it's a very confusing situation. Ticketmaster faces a lot of blowback from it. But what they're doing now is they're trying to convince the legislature to pass laws that makes them even a bigger monopoly than they are. They have more power. What they're trying to do is saying, don't buy your don't even allow speculative tickets. Make sure that people can only buy their tickets from Ticketmaster, okay? Because speculative tickets give you choice. You can choose to go to StubHub or Vivid Seats or Ticket Network or one of these other sites to buy those tickets that are not yet on sale from Ticketmaster. You may not want to deal with Ticketmaster. When you deal with Ticketmaster, you have to deal with verifying it yourself ahead of time that you're a verified fan. You have to deal with getting on these queues, having your cell phone, getting a text message, typing it in, jumping through lots of hoops to get in line to buy tickets, which you may or may not get, okay? So, Ticketmaster, what this will do is force you, no matter what, to buy from Ticketmaster only. This bill is also supported by the venues. Of course, the venues want you to buy your tickets from them too, all right? That's part of Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster sells through the venues. Right, they have their little machines in the venues too. Ticketmaster's the brains, the computer power behind a lot of the computers that are in the box office. So it's still all together with Ticketmaster. They basically want you to buy through them only. By them meaning either the box office or Ticketmaster. They don't want anybody else meddling with the ticket business. They want exclusivity. And that's a problem for you. That's a problem for me. I don't want exclusivity. I want choice. Choice gives me power, not Ticketmaster. You're giving Ticketmaster more and more power. So what Ticketmaster does is they employ lobbyists to go to the legislators who pass laws and change laws. And they're selling them a bill of goods. They're selling them, look, guys, you see what's going on here. You go to StubHub and you go to Ticket Network, you go to these sites and you see that these seats are going on for thousands of dollars. And that should be illegal, they're saying. Well, Ticketmaster is trying to sell the lawmakers that the ticket brokers, the ticket resellers are the ones that are at fault for causing all the debacles with Taylor Swift. Furthest thing from the truth. The truth of the matter is Ticketmaster is completely at fault for this. Why? They botched the sale completely, and now they're blaming everybody else but themselves. Ticketmaster knows, because they did this verified fan, how many people were registered to try to get tickets for it. They knew there were going to be thousands and thousands of more people who registered than there were actual tickets. And they just botched it completely. The tickets went in, some of the tickets got in the hands of fans, some of them got in the hands of brokers. It was a mess, okay? Now they're saying that because the brokers have all the tickets, which is not true, that they need to pass all kinds of laws now, okay? I'm getting worked up here. I need another onion ring. Because I'm getting all worked up here. I want to try to get my point across to you without getting all emotional. So Ticketmaster's lobbyists have convinced the legislatures in Maryland to pass this law, which is going to do lots of things here that they think is going to help. What Ticketmaster is doing, their lobbyists are telling people that if you pass all these laws, the ticket business is going to be completely different now. Everybody's going to get their tickets. Nobody's going to pay more than face value. It's going to be wonderful. It's kind of like the kid in school who's running for class president, who's promising there's not going to be any homework, there's not going to be any testing, there's going to be chocolate chip cookies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's going to be wonderful. Everybody votes for that guy. And that's what Ticketmaster is telling you. The Ticketmaster is saying, guys, pass this law, and there's going to be free cookies for everybody. There's going to be no homework, and there's no testing at all. Pass the law, pass the law, pass the law. And what happens is, if the guy who ran that class became president and did all these things, guess what happens? Nobody learns anything. Everybody becomes morons. Nobody can get a job. And that's what's going to go on here. What they're proposing is not going to change anything. It's going to make things much worse. You're not going to have any choice. The beautiful thing about choice is that it's up to you, the consumer. Do I want to pay extra to get a sold-out ticket? Maybe I really want to go on that date and bring my girlfriend to this concert. It's going to make all the difference in our relationship. Maybe I have a corporate customer that I really need to, entertain and show them a good time and take them to this show. And the show's sold out. So where am I going to go? Oh, I can't get tickets anymore because Ticketmaster's sold out. I want to have a choice. I want to be able to go to StubHub or Vivid Seats or whoever it is and buy my tickets through them. Yeah, if I want to pay more, that's my choice. Don't take that choice away from me. Take that right away from me like I'm a moron. I can't decide for myself. That's what you guys are doing here with these laws. These laws are ridiculous. Let me tell you some of these laws, what they're trying to do. They're saying that these ticket sites are gouging the consumers. And the examples they give, these are the examples that they give. It says, IMP recently compared its ticket prices to resale prices to determine how much ticket scalping impacts consumers. Weezer tickets at its venue, the Anthem, were priced at $125 in the general sale. But speculative ticket site StubHub was offering the tickets for $5,572. Think about that. That is complete bullarchy. That's the new word I made up. Bull and malarkey together is bullarchy. First of all, nobody in their right mind is going to pay $5,572 for a Weezer ticket. And if you do, you should be locked up. Okay, somebody might have listed that ticket. Either it was a mistake for that kind of money, or they're just thinking, I'll just throw that out there. And if somebody wants to pay that money, I'll gladly take it. The reality is that most ticket sites charge reasonable prices. They're giving you an extreme example. They're not giving the example of the reality. Go to StubHub and look at the Weezer tickets for the show. They're not $5,000. Maybe they're $100 or $200. They're not $5,000. But the example that they're selling the legislature is that it's $5,000. Oh my God, they're selling tickets for $5,000 that cost $100. That's bull. That's bull. That's bullarchy. That's an extreme example, only meant to sell their story to the lawmakers. So the bill that they're proposing would require all-inclusive ticket pricing from the seller. I don't really have a problem with that. If you want to include all of your fees in the end price that you show me, that's fine. If you want to include your taxes, your service fees, whatever, in the total price that you show me, I don't have any problem with that. That is fine. You don't need a law for that, by the way. What you need to do is say, everybody should do that. And if you don't do that, the people who do that will probably get more business because it's easier to buy from those people. Okay? I believe in free enterprise. The market determines who survives and who doesn't survive. If everybody is trying to rip people off, there'll be a company that comes along that doesn't rip people off. And that company will thrive. The others will die. That's free enterprise. Okay, so they want to cap the resale fee at 10%. Okay, so for a $100 ticket, the maximum that reseller can charge is $110. Obviously, that's ridiculous. Whether it's a front row seat or if it's a nosebleed seat, 10% is all you can charge for that ticket and as a reseller now because of this law. Now, obviously, nobody in the ticket business is going to bother with it because 10% you can't make a living at that. It doesn't cover your expense. It doesn't cover the price of gas to go to work. Okay, that is the same thing as the kids saying, no homework, no testing. 10% is the carrot that they're dangling in front of the horse. They're going, look, it's only going to be a 10% service charge, guys. It's going to be great. Not true. What's going to happen is it's going to create a black market. Okay, so the people who really want to get the tickets, they're going to get those tickets. They'll pay more for them. They're just going to do it behind closed doors. They're not going to do it on a computer where it's real easy to buy and you have resources if there's a problem. If I have a problem with a ticket I buy on StubHub or Vivid Seats or Ticket Network or one of these other big companies, I'm going to go back to that company. I'm going to charge it back or they're going to work it out, right? They're not going to leave me hanging. They're not going to be able to survive their business if they keep ripping people off. These companies have grown and grown and grown. People love to use these companies because they're convenient and they have a way of, if there's any problem, you have a resource to go back to. What this law does is it creates a black market. Now you have nobody to go back to. Okay, so now if there's a problem, guess what? You just got ripped off. Deal with it, mister, because the lawmakers just passed a law that eliminates the ticket resale business. Okay, wouldn't you rather have that choice? For whatever reason, if you are willing to pay a higher price, you should have that choice and that option. It should be up to free market to determine what that price is. Listen, it's almost like my car here, okay? Let's say the government says, this car you can only sell for 10% more than the price that they determine. Why should the government tell me how much I could sell my car for? Shouldn't that be up to me and the market? The market will determine what price I can sell my car for. Look, this car might one day be an antique and be worth more to people than it is on face value. Okay, they might say, wow, this is Sonny's car. I really want that car. I'll pay double what they're asking for it. Okay, then it's a choice. The consumer then could say, I would never pay that much for that car. I'll only give you this much for it. It's free enterprise. The market prices are determined between the buyer and the seller, not the government. The second the government gets involved in this, it ruins everything. It's going to create more problems than it's worth. So Ticketmaster lobbyists were there. There's going to be no homework and no testing and free chocolate chip cookies all year. What they're not telling you also is that Ticketmaster charges a huge service fee. They charge sometimes 60-70% almost of the price for their service fee. Okay, so for a $100 ticket, they could charge $50 in service fees. If you're going to pass laws for Ticketmaster service fees also. 10%, that's it, guys. 10%, no more of this 50% service fee. Now Ticketmaster should be limited to 10%. I don't see that in this law. Why is that? Because Ticketmaster is writing this law to become bigger, more of a monopoly. They control more market, and they're going to tell you what they're going to charge you. They're manipulating the lawmakers here in their favor, and us consumers are getting screwed. Do you understand me? You're getting screwed. Your choices are being taken away from you because Ticketmaster is now saying, only buy tickets from us. We'll charge you whatever the heck we want to charge you. We're going to control the market completely. Our monopoly is going to get bigger and bigger because of these laws passing. How ridiculous is it? They're saying that if StubHub is charging $300 for a ticket, that's going to interfere with the artist's relationship with their fan? Baloney! What's interfering with the artist's relationship is you getting in the way. If I, as a consumer, do not want to deal with Ticketmaster, or Ticketmaster is sold out and now you've limited my options, I want to be able to have a choice and go to StubHub or some other legitimate source to buy the resale ticket. I want to have somebody to go back to if there's a problem. Whatever reason, if there's a problem, I want to have a resource to go back to. StubHub, which has been around for like 30 years now, has great reputation in terms of customer service as opposed to Ticketmaster, which you can't even get somebody on the phone if there's a problem. Try calling Ticketmaster right now if there's a problem with your order. Go ahead, try. I dare you. You can't. They don't have a human being to answer the phone over there. You have to deal with their chat, and you have to deal with the robots. It's a nonsense. It's ridiculous. And these people, these venues, these artists, these promoters, they're making it like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for the artist. Their fan relationship is going to be ruined because of this. Listen, ticket resale has been around for years, like since the beginning of time, basically, since the time of since the time of the gladiators. There were ticket people reselling gladiator tickets in Rome at the Colosseum. It's true. I looked it up. So this does not interfere with the relationship of the fan. This is just the fact that Ticketmaster wants a bigger piece of the monopoly than they already have, and they're trying to manipulate the lawmakers. And the lawmakers, it sounds like, have fallen for it. Here's another example that they're giving. Alanis Morissette tickets for her Merriweather Post Pavilion concert were sold for $150 face value, but are available for $3,446 on Ticket Network. They also found free parking passes for Merriweather Post Pavilion on sale and Vivid seats for $125. Outrageous, right? No, not outrageous. Number one, extreme examples. They're not giving the example. Why don't they show the examples when tickets are under face value? How about that? Tickets actually can go under face value in a free market. I have bought many tickets that are below the cost that is printed on the ticket because the supply and demand ratio has changed. Now all of a sudden people don't want to go for that show. Maybe it's going to be raining that weekend. People don't want to go to that game because they know it's going to be bare weather. They don't want to sit out in the game. They don't want to go to a Gator game in the rain, so they won't go. And the prices drop under face value. Great. That's an option that I have now. With this law, no, not an option. Again, they're giving extreme examples. First of all, nobody's paying $3,000 for a Alanis Morissette ticket, okay? And if you are, you should get your head examined. But you should have that right to do so. The right is what I'm talking about. You as a consumer have rights. You want to have free choice. You don't want to have the government dictating to you every single thing that they do. What they're trying to do basically is they want to cap the amount of money that a ticket reseller can charge, 10%, which is a joke. Okay, nobody's going to sell those tickets for 10% over. They're going to find a way around it. Ticket resellers will find a way around it, and or the black market will kick in, and they'll create a much, much worse scenario because there'll be no consumer protections whatsoever. Right now, you're protected when you buy your ticket with a credit card and StubHub, Vivid, whatever. You're protected, okay? You're not going to get ripped off. Their method they're not telling you this, but it will happen. It will black market the ticket resale market in Maryland. They want to eliminate ticket speculation. They think that's going to solve the problems that are out there in the ticket business. No, never. Will not solve any problems whatsoever other than taking away your choice and your options. You will only be able to buy your tickets once they go on sale through Ticketmaster. Lovely for Ticketmaster, isn't that? Not lovely for you, the consumer. You want choices. You want to be able to plan your trips way ahead of time. You want to be able to lock in those tickets for this show that you want to see, and you're willing to pay a little bit more for that ticket. That's up to you as a consumer. Ticketmaster should not be dictating that. The Maryland state government should not be dictating that. Free market dictates that. Free market works. These things do not work. Just like when they had laws about marijuana, locked up people for no reason. I mean, that's ridiculous. Look, when the government gets involved and starts mandating laws, mandating prices, it never works right. All this bill does is appeases the lawmakers saying, we did something about the ticket business. Great, aren't we great? Pat ourselves on the back. We stopped the ticket brokers. We stopped sellouts. Nothing's going to sell out anymore because of these laws. This is such nonsense. I can't believe that the legislators, which are smart people, right? The legislators, the lawmakers are buying this, thinking that they're actually going to do some good here. It's so opposite what's going to happen. They're being hoodwinked. They're being completely manipulated by Ticketmaster lobbyists here, and they don't see it. All they're seeing is the no homework, no testing, free chocolate chip cookies that the kids promise when they're running for class president. That's what they see. They don't see the reality here, that people want choice. StubHub and Vivid Seats and all these companies have grown exponentially because people want the choice. They want the option to buy their tickets from these sources when they want to buy them, not when Ticketmaster determines that they should be on sale, not at Ticketmaster's determined pricing. They want prices to go up and down. They want the choices. The more choices, the lower the prices. If you allow lots of people to resell their tickets, guess what happens to the price? It goes down. If you limit the prices and you start limiting putting all kinds of restrictions on, guess what's going to happen? The prices are actually going to go up. It's going to go black market. People are going to get ripped off, and they're going to wish they had the option to go buy on these legitimate ticket resale sites again. What do you guys think? I want to know. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and put your comments in. Share this if you want. But listen, these laws are ridiculous. They're going to pass because everybody wants free cookies and no homework, right? So they'll pass these laws, but then they're going to regret it. Don't you guys like choice? I like choice. I don't want choices taken away from me. All right, guys, don't forget, subscribe, like, and follow, and we'll see you guys on the next Sunday Reviews.